All right, we are on session 9, I guess. Yeah. All right, well, the first thing we're going to do is we got to do the build script. So let's do a build script. All right, caverns. There we go there. And basically this is since we have everything in the same directory, we don't have to do any push D pop Ds on this. So we'll do CL um, just our normal where's my shift key? Our normal build thingy. Command line. Let's see, caverns. Come on. All right, that should be it. There, now we can just call build, and then it'll build. Yay. Here's our to do. I threw in a to do, things that need to be done in the game so far. I need to put the diagonals in the fog of war, make it look better. But today we're going to do the food. We're going to finish food, the health. So let's do this. Build up bat. All right, so that works. Let's go in here. All right, so we need random food drops. So where are we going to do that at? Let's put a function in. Oh, let's see, where should it go? It's going to be on the generation of the world, so initialize a world. Because it'd be a part of the generation of it. Player pause. So draw border, draw world. We should probably do it at that point. Just throw them in there. Because it's going to be in each cavern. There'll be a random number in there. Let's go ahead and do that. What should we call it? Should I just call it spawn food, or should spawn be reserved just for monsters? Place food. Guess we could do that. But we got to look ahead for a minute. Because once we go to another level, once we add our exits and things like that, it'll regenerate stuff. So basically, once we do that, it's almost like doing a restart, how we use that for debugging. So everything after initializing, these things here are only done once per game. You don't need it after that because it's basically making pointers and doing something the first or doing something with a buffer. But this stuff here has to be done every time, and so will placement of food. So as long as it does it afterwards, I think we'll do it here instead of in generate world. We'll do something like generate resources. I don't know. What's a good name for that? Where is? I think we'll just do that. Cycle. Let's just add it here. Whoa. I should have microwaved my coffee a little bit more. Okay, we got that. Let's just do this. Go ahead and drop these suckers in. So basically what we're going to do is just a random generation. If it's not a wall or the player, then hey, it's a food tile. Then we got to make sure the player can run over and get his health and all that. But we're definitely going to have to tweak those values because as he's walking around, you know, he's using it up pretty quick. So I think we need to bump it up. That could be something um, that's randomly generated too. Your starting health. That way, it's different every time. Because you'll be able to through the game, you might be able to find some kind of um, something, you know, that increases your health max or something. A spell of health or something. Okay, so we need to generate the so x equals, what is it, rand? Now I done forgot the random function. What is it, mod? How does that even work? Okay, where's our rand at? Yeah, that's what the mod for. Okay. Yeah, from 0. Okay. Those are always different, the random functions in languages. But I thought it was different than that. I think if you just don't want the 0 base, you'd have to do a +1. Anyway, okay, let's do that. So this will be, let's say screen width. That's fine. Of course, 0 is always going to be a border, so we probably need to do, well, nah, never mind. It'll be fine. If it happens to be a border tile, we'll just redo it. So that, and then, whoa, 7. Where did I get 7 at? Screen height. All right, now let's just do this here. Ooh, we can use a go to. Nice. Let's see. Better not. Let's see. Y times screen width plus X. Equals floor. Then we can go ahead and set it. You know what? This is, let me do this. Take that out because we can use our get tile at function for that. If it's good, then we're going to go ahead and set it. I should have just did a set tile, which is actually a good idea. Let's do that. It's usually not good to do this right in the middle of what you're doing. You lose track of what you were doing. Okay, where the heck is it? At some point we'll have to reorganize all this. Okay, let's do it right here. Copy that. Make a set tile at X, Y. And what is it? Tile is what, a character? So then, all right, where were we? Wow, that was weird. Okay, we don't have a food tile yet, so let's create it. All right, what should this be? Should it be a capital F, a small f? Maybe monsters will be what, capital letters or small letters. Or actually, monsters could be something like a percent sign. And then it just, comes up in the status. So many things to design. That's part of the fun of it. Okay, let's just call it a capital F. We'll do that. Okay, so we're going to do that. Place it in cavern. Okay, with this, set tile at. Else. So we do that. Uh, you know me, I'm good with infinite loops, so had to check it out again. All right, so we got our food. Now, what happens when we run over it? Let's see. Where are we gonna do that at? And we're updating player health, so if we move on to food, we really need to do it there. But we don't want to do it 4 times for each direction. Uh, it'll be in here. Because here we're replacing it. So we need to do it before we replace it. See, here's another place where we can get the tile at. We need to replace these. Oh, man. Do I need to spell out function, or should I just do that? Yeah, I was watching a YouTube video, and the guy was talking about, writing maintainable code and stuff. Um, and it's talking about don't comment. Your code should be should be readable, instead of having comments. And I think it's an extreme view because I used to be like that. When I worked for Tyson Foods, that was back in 2008 to 2013, I think. But the agile movement was coming in, and big. It had been around before that, but it was really coming into that. Testing was coming big, and there was a lot of just dogmatic viewpoints coming where you had to do this and that, and that was the only way you could possibly do it. And it's just take a lot of things with a grain of salt. If you can, other people do have to read your code, but there's never just one way, best way of doing stuff, because every situation is different. I mean, at some point here, we may just throw everything and start throwing it in classes and all that. Uh, but for now, this is fine for me. Just like this, I believe in comments. Let's see, to do replace with get tell app. I could just do it now, but probably should. Now I forgot what I was doing. Oh, the food. Hold on. Okay, back on task. Okay, so if that's a wall, uh, it's not a wall. Equals floor. We'll do it right here. Let's see, get tile that. See here we would do the get tile at right here, and we could actually do it and then save that and use it again here, because you're talking about the same one. So there are some refactorings coming up. We really just want to get it working. What do we got here anyway? So we got plus plus px. We got to be careful with this because we don't want to change the value permanently like we are here. That's why we're having to undo it here. So we don't want to get into that. So I've already changed it. At this point, it's been changed. So once we're in here, we can actually use px here without affecting it. But if this works, I definitely need to refactor this. There's too many ifs going on and do this before that and blah blah. Okay, so if it equals food, we want to increase player health. Let's see, plus equals by a random amount, but not 0. Let's see. Let's go ahead and do this. This is where we're going to need that plus. There. Probably by a minimum of what? 10 maybe? It doesn't seem a lot. Maybe 25. A minimum of 25. And then maybe 50. Let's do minimum of 20. So from 0 to what, 49 plus 20. So you could possibly get up to 69. 20 to 69 health. And then we keep on going with that. Alright. Okay, so we got that. And then it just gets covered with a floor, so we don't care about that. Because once the player gets it, we don't really care. PX there, that's PYLPX plus PX, OPX. You know what? We could have just used OPX. Let's just do that. Well, I mean, it doesn't matter because it's already been changed. Oh no, we don't want that. We want the old PX. It's just after we've moved in here. So we do want old PX. It's the one that we're standing on actually. Okay, rethink. Hold on a minute. Because we want to do this after we've made the move. We're standing on one tile. We're getting ready to move on to another one. That's the tile we're testing. And this is to the right. So it's definitely the one that we're getting ready to go on to. Okay. So yeah, this is good. All right, that's good. Um, are we ready to test? Let's see what we did here. All right, now we can do build. Yay. Okay, what do we got? We got a warning. Did you intend eagles? I don't know. Did I? Let me look at it. 148. Probably. If you're telling me that, then yeah, probably. I am 55. I do forget. Yeah, that would be it. Thank you, compiler. You know, when I was younger, I thought you'd never make these kind of mistakes, the equals and doubles. And I didn't. When I got older, I started making more of them. Okay, let's do that. Oh my gosh. Now what? 384. Where are you? 384. What is it? Blah, blah. Okay, where did I forget something? Right here. What happens? You get to talking and you get off on something else and then you forget about it. Okay, I did that. Blah equals floor set food. Okay, that's fine. Okay, can we get a clean build, please? Yay. Let's test. Whoa, where am I at? There we go. Build.bat. I do not want to be in build.bat. Let's go here. Is there a food tile anywhere? Ah, my right broke. Let's go back and see what I did wrong. Update position. All right, here we go. Oh, that does not equal wall then. Oops. Well, I definitely don't see what's going on here. So take that out. Let's see. So it's definitely in that because we can go right now. Is anybody seeing a food? I'm running out. I need food. So right now we could run over it. It won't do anything, but where are you, food? There is no food in this place. Oh wow, look. Over here on the other side of the screen. We're viewing the other side of the screen. Which, since we can't move over there, we shouldn't be seeing it. At least we haven't implemented dying when you run out of food. That's good. Are we going to go negative? Well, I don't see any food. I don't see any way to get out of here. Let's see what happens if we go hit 0. We went negative. Okay, I don't see any food tile. Plus we need to fix that. Definitely wrong. Oh, look at this. It's one of those mistakes. Oh, no, it's not. That's what we fixed before. Return screen. Oh, we're already doing the screen width in this. So we just need to send in the Y. I was sending in Y times screen width on that. It's right here. Definitely need to know how to use the function. Okay, so we got that. Of course, that only works if you come at it from the right. So that means we could actually run over it on another direction. Okay, so why didn't it go in there though? Another thing is being able to see on the other side of the screen. Okay, which happened on our left. Let's focus on something else though. I don't want to get too far in the weeds on doing too many problems at one time. So what we really need to see is the food generated. Let's go back for a minute. So place food in cavern. So that's between 0 and screen width, 0 and screen height. Which are in bounds. Let's see our set tile at. Where's that? You know what would be easier? Let's just not hide food in our fog of war. Where we initialize fog of war. Right here. FW cover. Let's put it in here. Let's see why. It's one of those things where you forget to take it out. Always have your food showing. Alright, where are you? Alright, let's do that. Yeah, I don't see any food. So it looks like it's not being generated. So instead of this, go back to how it was. See, we also need to make it where we can only see one wall. We can't see through the walls. It's another thing of fog of war we gotta change. Okay, so let's turn off the fog of war. Well, we probably still need to do that because whoa, our when we're drawing the screen, we're actually drawing the fog of war screen, the buffer here. But when we initialize it, we can, instead of covering everything, we'll just keep it open. All right, where's it at? Radius there. Fog of war screen. W cover. Alright, we definitely did not initialize the screen right. That's just empty crap that's already in memory. So instead of that, we'll just do whatever's at that screen position. Who would have thought the putting food in would take so much time? Okay, I definitely don't see a food tile here. So, yeah. Well, at least we know it's not generated on that. So let's go see it again down here. Now, it could be when we're doing it too. Might be overridden or something. But I don't think so because it's being done the very last. Okay, place food in cavern. Okay, let's do this. If this actually runs, let's set p health equals to 99. That way we'll know if we even go in that part of the code. Just an easy way of doing it, or quickest way, really. Yeah, so it definitely went in there. So we're probably overriding something here. So I don't think, so it's definitely working. It's going in here. So it's either set tile or we're overriding it. And we're definitely, it's probably overriding it. Hold on. Because it should be writing to the screen buffer. I don't think this is wrong. Yes, why touchscreen? So that's correct. So let's see. Let's forget that one. Because we want to, we just want to get it on the screen. Okay, let's make sure we're not. My feeling is we're overwriting it. So the only way that would be is uh, if it's generating under the character, it would. But there's no way it would do that every single time. Cavern says at the very last. Wait, so we're placing, by this time, the fog of war screen has already copied everything over. So let's put this up here. But even though we're not, visualize world there. Okay, so there's the F. We got our food. So we know it's being placed now. So let's go back. And hopefully we can remember what the heck we start commenting out. That's when you want to put like to-dos and everything and or reminders, stuff like that. So I know we was in that one. I don't think we did anything up here. We did do this. So let's take this back out. Because we know it's being placed now. Now we should be able to walk around and see it. Somewhere. There it is. Okay, so we got that. Now let's increase our health after we walk over it. That would be an update player. See if that works. Now we got to watch this because we're only allowing up to 99 health in our script. So if you have 50 and then you hit 60, it'll go over 100. So let's go ahead and change that to otherwise we're not going to see it. What the heck is that at? Right there, where's the info? It's where we're writing to the info screen, the status screen. Or at least we're writing health there. At some point we gotta start putting this stuff in other files. It's about time. Oh, here it is. Duh. Okay, so that's 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 for the number. 6. So we need 7. That'll give us 3 digits. Up to 3 digits. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Where are you, food? I need food. Are you serious? Oh, I'm gonna die. Well, we'll go negative, but oh, come on. Oh, there it was. Okay, so we did have it, but we walked over it going down, and that did not trigger because it's only hooked up on the right. So let's put that code in. Oh, right here. Right there. To the left. And then right here. Whoops. Oh, come on, food. Where are you? Oh, well, we ran over because now we have 100, so somewhere we did it. So, all right, that's working. Yay. We were going so fast we didn't see it. Okay. I think what we'll do is, so that works. That part of it works. Um, Maybe we should put down here found food or ate food or something like that. But I think that'll be on a different one. So we did get the food. Um, I think we're gonna call that one. Been at it for a while now. Okay, so that's working. Where is it? Add food to game. Okay, we did that. Yay. That. That covers there. Get add. I didn't add my build script. Get add. I remember in the old days we used to do that. I wonder if that. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Added. Let's see. All right. That's it for that. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out, staying with me. That's it for this one. We got the food going. Um, a lot more to do. Yay. All right. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.